Today I am going to tell you a story of a bird who had once been flying and flying and flying high in the sky. He had been flying for a long time until one day he finds some human beings on the earth as he sees from the sky. The human beings were seemed to be walking happily from the eye of the bird. So finally he decides to change his form into a human being. After this, the bird somehow manages to break his wings and then descend down to the earth just to be a human being. A human being with no wings on, but the wings were always kept in the pocket as he used to walk. Now a bird has been converted into a human being with detached wings, although they were together with him. Now, the bird sees that the bird, which was once a bird but now is a human being, now the human being sees everyone competing with the other human beings, but since he is not accustomed to walking on the earth, he fails to compete. He cannot compete on the earth. So, he lags behind the rest. He is helpless. He cannot do what he could do because of others, not of himself. Maybe he could enjoy around himself only, but others make fun of it. So he had to compete, but he couldn't. So finally, he lies helpless, and he also makes a plan to be a bird once again. But he has already broken his wings, so how can he be a bird now? There is no chance, anyhow. There is no chance to be a bird once again, even though he managed to be a human being. So he finally lies helpless on the earth. What this story tells us is that not every action you undertake is reversible in our lives. If the bird had thought or pondered on the change of his form, on the idea to change his form while he was in the sky, maybe he could have enjoyed flying, but since it is now irreversible to be a bird once again from a human being, there is no chance. The story also tells us that projection in no way is good in our lives. Any projection will somehow lead to a very bad result, as the bird projected himself to be a human being, but he became a human being too, but he couldn't be satisfied. So he again wished to be a bird because of unsatisfied projections, but he couldn't be a bird again. So the other message this story tells us that it is easier to remain flying if you are in a flying state, but if you are not in a state of flying, it is very, 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 very difficult to even fly little, because to fly one needs wings, or wings of any kind, a wing of any kind, not just necessarily physical wings. Your society doesn't let you fly once you have become a human being. So you cannot fly once you become a human being.